Hi everyone, Dr. Justin Golston here. And in this video, we're going to provide you with an introduction into the metaverse. A number of you probably have heard of the term metaverse, but I think that there are a number of misconceptions in terms of what we're referring to when we're talking about the metaverse. Now, we need to understand that there is centralized metaverses, such as Meta. We're going to be talking about Meta a lot within this week. And then you have decentralized metaverses, which are metaverses built on the blockchain or on blockchains, if you will. There's multiple blockchains, just as there's multiple metaverses. Now, those people new to this Web3 space think that when I hear the term metaverse, they think of Meta, formerly Facebook. Now, I will say that Meta has accelerated the discussion in terms of the metaverse, but I think that these are my opinions. I believe that Meta has different plans for the metaverse in terms of collecting data from individuals that go into their metaverse, and this Web3 movement will actually look to prevent that, and that the Web3 metaverse is going to be decentralized. Now, whenever we talk about Meta, formerly Facebook, I would refer their metaverse to Web 2.5. It's not truly decentralized, so it cannot be considered Web3. Okay. Now, a number of other organizations such as NVIDIA, such as Microsoft, are also living in Web 2.5. So Microsoft owns Minecraft, if you've heard of Minecraft, and individuals can refer to Minecraft as a metaverse. It's a virtual world where individuals can collaborate, can communicate, can build, but within Meta, within Minecraft, you do not own the asset being land, the asset being skins, for example. You know, Minecraft makes a lot of money in what we refer to as microtransactions for skins, for clothing, for shoes, and things like that. So in the Web 2.5 world, I think that you can look at a number of these organizations on experience. So within this experience column here, you have a number of Web 2.5 organizations and a number of Web 3 organizations. So for example, Facebook, Twitch, Minecraft, Fortnite, I would refer to those as Web 2.5. Those are organizations that worked into this centralized Web 2 world, and they are building things that they're referring to as the metaverse, right? So this whole term of the metaverse can get a little cloudy, but if you look at organizations such as Animoca Brands, Sky Mavis. So Sky Mavis is the creator of Axie Infinity. You also have organizations. Let me keep looking here. Let's see if I can find any more Web3 true web. Sorry. So Star Atlas is a Web3 platform. It's a decentralized play and earn gaming project where you're able to own land or planets in space, right? So you are the owners of those lands. So if someone has to pass through your planet or do something on your planet, then they'll have to pay you a microtransaction, have to pay you a fee. So whenever we talk about the Web3 metaverse, we can talk about digital real estate similar to how we can view view real estate in the real world, right? So similar to how some of us have to pay rent, you know, to live within an apartment or within a home. You know, you can charge rent for people to build on your land, to harvest minerals and resources from your land within the Web3 world. Whereas if you look at Meta, if you look at Fortnite, if you look at Minecraft, those organizations gain all of those profits. They receive all of those profits. The people do not receive any of those profits. That's why we refer to it as Web 2.5. These large organizations are really the only ones that are profiting, right? So within the experience column, you'll see a number of Web 2, Web 2.5, and Web 3 type projects or organizations. Within the discovery, within Web3, we're going to see a large emergence of marketing, right? So just as how Facebook or Meta, I still use it interchangeably, similar to how Meta doesn't create content. They depend upon the users to create content. They depend upon the users to bring in other users onto their platforms. Within the Web3 space, within the metaverse, the users are going to create the content. The users are going to monetize off of that content. Okay, so within discovery, you're going to see a number of individuals, influencers. So we have influencers making millions off of YouTube, right? But YouTube takes a percentage of that, right? So how much is if those influencers are making millions, how much is YouTube actually making off of those individuals through advertising on their videos, right? So the discovery is going to be one thing that is going to be important, and that is one of those things that is developing as we speak, right? So the users are actually going to dictate where this whole discovery and content generation actually goes in the metaverse. If you go to the creator economy, similar to what we refer to in the discovery, the users are going to create their own economy. Within a previous video, we talked about social tokens and things like that, where users or influencers can actually create their own tokens, right? So they can have a creator economy. So those people who have millions of subscribers on YouTube, they could create their own platform within the metaverse, and now YouTube does not monetize off of those individuals who are creating content for YouTube. Okay. Whenever we move over to spatial computing, there's a variety of different organizations within this spatial computing column, with Unity and Unreal Engine. Those two projects are what creates the user experience for the metaverse. Unreal Engine creates. We're going to go to in the next video. We're going to go through one of the metaverses, Illuvium, where they're actually building on Unreal Engine. And there are another projects, TCG World, where SidTech DAO is creating a university. They are building on Unity. So these different metaverses are going to be building on different platforms using different tools. Okay. Omniverse. So in the last week of this class, we're going to talk about NVIDIA's Omniverse. The Omniverse is going to be more geared toward organizations and creating what we refer to as digital twins. We're going to go through that in more detail. And then OpenAI and Google AI is going to bring in artificial intelligence within the metaverse. But once again, that AI is still centralized. Okay. Now we're going to talk about another project called Altered State Machine, where they're creating non-fungible intelligence with NFTs, where the users are going to train brains so that they're creating decentralized artificial intelligence, so that the AI is not going to be controlled by Google. It's not going to be controlled by projects such as OpenAI within the Web3 world. Within the decentralized column, my favorites. You still have some centralized organizations such as Microsoft in here, but in the decentralized, you have those decentralized blockchains such as Ethereum, such as Tezos, such as Polkadot, Algorand, and instead of organizations building on tools created by Microsoft, on tools that are created by Meta, you are actually building on a decentralized blockchain. Okay, so we're going to go through a number of those, and I'll let you know which blockchains that those particular metaverses that we're going to go through is going to be built on in future videos. And then you also have the integration of non-fungible tokens. And those non-fungible tokens can be created by anyone, sold by anyone. And then once you purchase those NFTs, then you'll have ownership of those NFTs. And then if you look at OpenSea in this column here, that's the marketplace where you can actually buy and sell those non-fungible tokens to equip your metaverse build with artwork. And then also OpenSea is where you purchase those metaverse lands, those NFTs. We'll also go through Immutable X. Immutable X is another offering where you can actually create and sell non-fungible tokens or NFTs. And then as we go on to the human interface, over Oculus. So Oculus, once Facebook changed the name to Meta, they'll now change the headset, the Oculus headset to MetaQuest. So that's the interface, that's the tools that are going to further enhance the metaverse experience. My thoughts, these are my thoughts. This is based on my research, based on speaking with people within the metaverse ecosystems, the builders within the metaverse ecosystems. I think that we're still a ways away from wide adoption of augmented reality and virtual reality within the metaverse. There's going to be a number of people that are going to continue to use desktops to access the metaverse. Some organizations are actually trying to create mobile solutions for the metaverse so that we can have a larger audience to onboard into the metaverse, to onboard within the next internet, the new internet. You can also see that Neuralink that's very interesting that Neuralink is on this caption here. I'm still waiting to see how Neuralink is going to be integrated within the metaverse, but I think the biggest one within this column is going to be Oculus. So although Meta is going to be a centralized metaverse, I'm still waiting to see how they're going to play with those decentralized metaverses that try to integrate their centralized hardware into their solutions, because they are indeed competitors. And finally, with infrastructure. So with infrastructure, we have Amazon Web Services. So some of these centralized metaverses, they have to store this data, store all this data somewhere, right? So Amazon Web Services is one place where these organizations are going to store their data. We're seeing more and more decentralized storage applications that are going to come into the Web3 space, so that we aren't dependent upon a centralized Amazon Web Services to store all of our data, because within the metaverse, there's going to be a lot of data that's going to be collected and it has to be stored somewhere. Okay, NVIDIA is another centralized organization where it's going to provide the hardware, the GPUs to power the metaverse. Again, it's going to take a lot of data for these metaverses. NVIDIA is still going, although NVIDIA is centralized, NVIDIA is going to have a large impact, a large play within the metaverse. So I didn't want to keep this introductory video too long. And in the next video, we're going to start going to a few metaverses. Until next time.